Charles Rammelkamp, reading from Jack Tar's Lady Parts, a collection of dramatic monologues in the voices of female sailors in the British Royal Navy, 17th through the 19th centuries. The poems are divided into three sections: wives, prostitutes, and transvestites. The first poem I'm going to read is from a wife. Lydia Hawkins, a respectable woman. The Admiralty ordered that a respectable woman sufficiently used to the sea needed to accompany the Duke and Duchess of Clarence and the two ladies Fitzclarence to Antwerp on His Majesty's yacht, Royal Sovereign. It being considered unseemly such ladies go unattended. Sure, the Fitzclarences were the Duke's bastard spawn with his mistress, Dorothea Jordan, the illegitimate branch of the House of Hanover, but he'd be William IV, King of the UK, in less than a decade. And that's where I came in, blimey. The wife of a pensioner at Greenwich Hospital, permanent home for retired sailors of the Royal Navy. I'd been to sea with my husband, but only as a powder monkey on the battleships, and helping to care for the wounded. Never even listed in the muster before, but now they entered me as an able seaman. Never was there a longer voyage in me life than the one from Plymouth to Belgium. Ugh! Emptying the chamber pots of those ladies, doing their laundry, fetching their food. What had I done to deserve this? The next one is in the voice of a prostitute. It's called Dolly Mop. A Dolly Mop was a young, inexperienced amateur prostitute, slang, which is from the slang dolly, which is a penis. The ship's surgeon demanded 15 shillings to treat poor Georgie's glim, almost half of what he earned in a month, and besides, the mercury was as dangerous as the disease. So, in short, he skipped the treatment, and that's how I got to be infected. Just a dolly mop myself, not even 16. I was more afraid of getting napped than catching the clap, God's truth. I was only doing this to feed myself. How could I ever feed a baby, too? I'd heard about douches, sponges with alum, vinegar, bicarbonate of soda, but no way I could use those on board a ship. Well, the good news was I didn't get pregnant. The bad news? I was so sick I couldn't work on me back. Ended up in the workhouse. I could blame it all on me mum, because she left me on my own, but she could hardly feed herself. So who am I to blame her? Hannah O'Shaughnessy exposes herself. I'd already spent 5 years as a Marine, sailing to the West Indies, Tahiti, India, taken as able by me mates. But when the press gang picked me up walking along the streets of Plymouth dressed in my man's clothing, then tossed me into a stinking cell in a crimping shop on the waterfront to await a ship's assignment, rats scurrying over my hands and feet, brushing my face, hardly any light, I started to panic, feeling closed in on all sides, and I told them that I was a lady, Hannah O'Shaughnessy, from Ireland. They still didn't believe me, or at least claimed they didn't, and I pulled down me britches, like I expect they were waiting for me to do, showed them my minge. I prefer being a man, but when I saw my liberty was at stake, I figured it was my only way out, like a trump card in a game of scat below decks.